Welcome back to the Ultimate Career Planning Series. In this video, I'm going to be helping you get to your next promotion. Stay tuned. All right, this video is about promotion and benefiting from that. All right, so let's see how is it that you can get to the next level. How can you get to that promotion that you have been looking for? All right. Before we get going, let me just set the context here first. The context is moving up in your company doesn't happen like how it used to happen before. In fact, this has been the trend ever since we've entered the information age, and this is what it is. All right. Before, what used to happen is if you have served in a company for X amount of time, you automatically qualify for next kind of promotion. Have you heard this in any of the government services where they said have already completed 10 years of experience and therefore next year is going to be my promotion? Have you heard about that? If yes, just type the sector name or whatever you have heard about these kind of things. But then the things have changed now. Now it's all about the amount of value that you can add and the kind of problems that you can solve. And therefore, promotions have become much faster, provided you know how do you do this, how do you solve more problems. Are you upskilling yourself constantly and are you adding value constantly? All right, so if these things are clear, just type clear in the chat box. All right, now just in fact pause the video and just type clear so that I know that you're learning and you're seriously focusing on this. Now let's come to your promotion plan. How do you get to that next promotion? In fact, getting to that next level, next position is very simple because it's a step-by-step process, and I'm also going to be giving you lots of action items that you can do, you can start working on so that you can reach there within that time period that you have set for yourself. All right, let's look at what are these step-by-step things. The first one is as simple as this. If you want to reach to a certain position, you need to know what position that is. That's the first thing you have to be very clear about. What is that position you want to reach? So first thing is choose that position. Let's say you want to reach to the position like your manager, or you have a different domain in your mind, different vertical in your mind where you want to get into a certain position, right? First choose that position that you want. And the second thing is look at what is required to perform the role. Also look at what are the things that people in this role are already performing. Okay, by doing this, you will know the skill gaps. You will know what kind of experiences you need. Okay, let's see what's coming under this. Under this, you will notice that there are broadly two different skill sets that you will need. One is the hard skills. For example, if you are into coding, you might be required to learn a specific coding language so that you can get going in that area. All right, so that's what is about the hard skill, so that you know what is it that you lack to reach that position. All right, the second thing you will have to learn are soft skills. Soft skills are how do you interact with people, what kind of leadership skills you need to have, how should you be influencing people so that they take action. All right, these are all the soft skills that you need to be understanding, that will be the demand of that position. Third thing is something called the personal attributes. Certain roles and responsibilities need certain personal attributes that you need to have. For example, strong business or domain knowledge. This might be a very important attribute that you need to have. Flexibility. Let's say you are asked to work in a shift. Let's say you're asked to work in UK hours or US hours. Are you flexible enough to take up such a role? Understanding the sensitivity of the market. You might not be studying market so far, but in your new role, you might be very much required to understand the market and study those things. This might be very much needed. Acting with loyalty. There might be very sensitive information that you might be handling in your new role, which you might have to be really, really careful with, and you might have to act with loyalty. These are all the personal attributes. You need to understand what that new role or after your promotion, wherever you're getting into, that demands. All right. So even after all these things, if you're not clear with what is required, a simple and a easy way is this. All right, ask colleagues who are already doing this type of work within your organization or even outside. Check your internal portals on what kind of roles, responsibilities, daily activities that is expected out of person joining this role. Okay, so these are the things you can check out. So now let's get going with your action items. What are your action items that you have to be looking at? Okay, so the action items for you are like this. First one, it's just a kind of a summary of what I just spoke about and a little bit more on that. Know what your goal is. Where do you want to reach? You have to be clear on this. Second, do the research to understand what is needed. This is very important, as this will reveal lots of gap areas, lots of strengths that you have, which makes you immediate qualifier for this role. This is a very important thing. All right. The third one being, combine your research with the attributes you need to create a step-by-step plan. As I spoke about the attributes that you would need. The fourth one being, compile list of requirements for this position. It can be skills, certifications, qualifications that might be very specifically needed for that role. All right. The fifth one being, create your development plan. What are the things that you have to do? Ask your manager about taking up specific courses. So this is your development plan that you are on your own going to ask someone higher up or someone in that position and take up specific courses. Maybe get back to academics and take some time off and learn if your company offers you such a thing. There are lots of companies who offers academic, kind of for a 2 to 3 year duration, provided you stick with the company for the next 2 years. Probably it's 1 to 2 years. That's what I understand. But after that, you are expected to stick or sign a bond and be with the company for next 2 years at least, because of the investment they are making into you. All right. So this is the fifth one, the development plan. So the sixth one is, while working on your goal, while working on your future goals and aspirations that you have, don't lose focus on your current job and responsibilities. So let's just safeguard your reputation. Make sure you do not lose your track on the current responsibilities that you have. Very, very important, because that will show a lot about the quality that you have in you as a person. All right. The seventh and the final one is, approach the right decision makers for promotion. Now that you have done your research, now that you know where you want to go, now that you have started upskilling yourself, now that you've started learning or even have gotten back to academics, now this is a very crucial thing. All right. You have to go to the right decision maker for the decision to happen. If you're just talking about all these things with someone who's not the decision maker, you will not get the promotion. All right. And what do you do? How well can you be prepared? Just make sure you keep your achievements and accomplishments bulletproof. And what do I mean by that? What did you do extra to be ready for promotion? What skills and certifications did you complete? How have you applied them at your current role, and what results have you accomplished? If you can actually apply all these things, whatever you have learning, and can get some kind of tangible results, that is the biggest proof that you can show. That's the greatest, kind of selling thing that you will have over your competition, whoever is applying for promotion. All right. And if anything is unclear in your resume or the thing that you're submitting to your higher up, give appropriate explanation and maybe ask some more time so that you can get it clarified for them. All right. And if you're someone who's keen on growing in your career by becoming more productive, building your personal brand, learning leadership and other important skills like facilitation, communication, building a community, I'll leave a link where you can join my live webinar where I'll be helping you within 90 minutes on how you can understand and start creating a path for yourself to keep growing in your career. All right. So with that, that comes to the end. That takes us to the end of this video. Thank you for tuning in and watching till this moment. Do share your comments below. I would like to engage with what you have learned and also learn a little bit more if you've done something extra in your own job. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.